beautiful Spanish name. It sounds good. I don't really know what it means. What's your kid called? Arroz. My kid's called Rice.
Arroz con pollo.
Oh, wow.
Arroz con habichuela.
My wife insists to give my daughter a foreign name. My wife and I are expecting a daughter. My wife is half Japanese, half African American. And now hear this, KR. My wife is half Japanese, half African American. Check this out. However, her Japanese side is like third generation. The math isn't matching. KR. KR. The math isn't matching. Anyway,
No, it is.
she does not speak Japanese, and she's never been to Japan.
Yeah, sounds like third generation to me, but okay, continue.
I say this is not to negate her. I say this not to negate her being Japanese, but just to establish she's more American than anything. So she recently started taking Japanese lessons, and she suddenly decided that she wants to give our daughter a Japanese name. Her top choices at the moment are Kokoro or Sakura. Now, I have no problem with these names, but I generally don't think we should give our daughter a Japanese name. Neither of us know much about Japan, and I personally think it would be odd to give our daughter, who most people would not even perceive as Asian, such a
So
Japanese
he's
name.
black himself, probably.
So that's what. So I don't know. I don't know because he doesn't say.
Yeah.
I tried to compromise and say we can give her a Japanese middle name,
Yeah.
but she doesn't think that's fair. She thinks I'm being of course, what they throw around when you say something about someone's race, or prejudiced.
But he meant he gotta. Okay.
Yeah,
Continue.
or
Yeah.
prejudice or whatever, but I really don't think I am, and that my logic makes sense. Am I wrong, KR? What do you think?
No, I do think you can give your kid. So if they can talk English, they can speak it. She is not from. Wait a second, Japanese. They can talk English. She can speak Japanese. She's third generation. Giving your kid the first name Sakura of Kokoro, my and she's let's say if she's of the darkest skin color, that might sound like calling your daughter Destiny or Charm, Charisma. Oh, I saw a female called Charisma. Sounds like a hood name. I don't know.
I think you have to be careful with things like this because you might. I mean, KR, we have examples of people doing certain things because they support certain people. So doing it with good intentions,
Yeah.
and then being accused of blackfacing. So we need to be very mindful. We need to be very mindful.
You might be right on that.
You shouldn't.
Right.
You might, because she's thinking, I feel like that, but maybe that will be that will be regarded as offensive to the quote unquote real Japanese. It doesn't say what complexion he is or what race at all. What the complexion, but at least we know that he's not Japanese.
I don't
A lot
think
of
it's a good idea. It looks
Yeah,
great.
a lot of people agree that he was, so he's right for thinking the way he's thinking. He's not in AO for this. Some of the top reactions. Nah, you need to work this out together. Neither of you should get to pick a name that the other doesn't agree with. It needs to be a mutual decision. You may be better off in one of the relationship subs to get some advice on how to work this out. Yeah. So it's just a small thing. Nah, another one. Thick little potato said.
Oh, I thought it said pick. Well, wait a second. Did he say pick little potato as a name?
Thick.
Oh,
Thick little potato.
I'm gonna shut up.
This might be Teddy Sander. Now, I don't think neither of you here are wrong. A Japanese middle name seems to be like a great compromise.
Yeah.
You can have a quote unquote American first name and a Japanese middle name, and go by your Japanese name if it really matters. For my family, most of us have two names. We have our official American one and a Chinese one. No, an official American one, a Chinese one, and a Viet one. So I'm guessing their parents are, one is Chinese, the other is
Probably.
Vietnamese. The other names aren't official on paper, but is used officially depending on who we're with or where we are. If I was to go back to China or Vietnam, then I would go by those names regardless of what my official name is. If I was with family, I would use the name respective to who I am with. My cousin named their baby one name, but goes by his middle name. We use this middle name when we talk to or about him, but on paper he goes by his first name. In my opinion, names are names. Choose what you like. I always say, KaiR, don't try to not make your kid a target for bullies. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's a thing. Yeah, that I do agree with. People give their kids weird names, and that turns into bullying. And before you know it, your kid is depressed, trying to off himself or herself because people are bullying her or him. Give him your name. Not saying name shouldn't be a standout, but don't be a weirdo and give your name such a standout name that it can become a target.
Yeah.
It looks crazy if you call your kid Sakura and they show up
It's a black
and they don't look like a Sakura.
Shaquisha. You know,
Sakura Johnson. What
I'm
the
looking,
heck?
guys. I don't know. Guys, let us know if we have any Japanese followers or Japanese people checking out this clip. Let us know about the names, because I'm reading some comments about the names as well. So Sakura, I know from anime and manga, right? But
Mhm.
apparently Kokoro is also like such a name. And a person is saying Sakura is a bit bad. Kokoro is kind of a weird name because it literally translates to soul, which I've never heard before. And Sakura is a bit better, but still uncommon and more of a pet name in Japan from my experience. I'm half Japanese, half American, and grew up in Japan. So here you go.
You name your kid a pet.
Yeah. Just because it sounds great to you. So I think the middle name is a good way to go about it. And yeah. I know the
Middle name is a good compromise. Don't name your kid a pet name, and then when she goes to Japan, they think she's a pet, and then she's trying to, as Drake would say, try to free the slaves in Japan.
Yeah. What they need to do is indeed give the kid a first American name, like Jesus or Juan or Pedro.
I thought that was a female, but okay.
Doesn't matter. Then Susana, Annabella.
Yeah.
In any case, you have to give like a real American name. By the way the immigration is taking place, those will be the dominant. No more Catholics, man. No more Catholics.
No more Shaquisha or whatever.
No more
Pookie.
Even Pookie.
LaQuisha. It's done. It's gonna be Juan, Jesus, Maricela, Ana, Maria. Name them. We can name them from all Spanish-speaking countries that are well, America's gonna be a Spanish-speaking country real quick. So
Or
Good luck.
okay, can you imagine this? But because I can make this joke in Japanese, but I can't make it in Spanish. Can you imagine this woman or man, whatever, in a couple? They're learning Spanish, and they say, "Hey, I want to give my kid a beautiful Spanish name. It sounds good. I don't really know what it means. What's your kid called? Arroz. My kid's called rice.
arroz con pollo,
Oh, right.
arroz con habichuela.
Spanish is gonna be the dominant language in
Hey. Times change.